All ready? We'll call this meeting to order. First thing is review and approve October 3rd, 2023 minutes.
Will we approve the minutes?
Second.
All in favor? Review and approve October 17th, 2023 warrant. Anybody have a chance to review it?
Did?
I did, and I move that they be accepted as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Hey, Kathy.
Move on to the table there.
Same one. All right. No, all good.
Next thing, review advertisements for CEO position. Said that there.
What was the draft?
Not that priced out. The one with the 800 hours.
I took the old one that we had, revised it a little bit, to reflect what Dawn's been putting in for hours.
Good job.
Before we suggested 400 hours. He's still through that.
Gotcha.
I noticed that Naples has 2 code enforcement officers, and I wondered if you might find it work better if you were flexible enough to have 2 part-time guys dividing the job, because I think you're gonna have a hard time filling the position, and I wondered if
You just don't wanna lose Dawn, do you?
I do not wanna lose Dawn, no. I mean,
Heaven sent, wasn't it?
we had 7 years worth of hell with a code enforcement officer, all right, from my point of view.
I don't blame you.
In theory, that sounds really great, but then, the other ones gotta collaborate with the other ones and know what's going on. So you almost have to, what if they break up their
Find out how they work.
duties and responsibilities,
That makes sense.
I don't know, it could be on, you take all the 30 papers.
Well, that's what I'm saying, this is your file, this is mine,
Yeah.
these are the hard, yeah. It might be easier to find one, maybe, because normally we end up with somebody that's retired to a point.
Might be a good idea, they don't get burnt out, like, Dawn is getting burnt out,
He might stay on if he went back to 20 hours.
Yeah, right.
Or somebody younger that can handle some of these more aggressive scenarios.
Right.
The old guy just doesn't, he doesn't have the stamina or the chutzpah to do
Right.
that necessarily, like, wow. But,
Dawn's a worrier too, he
Yes.
worries a lot.
Yeah.
But he's good at what he does. He's thorough.
Yeah.
Thorough.
And you need that.
Yeah,
Glenn was too.
yeah.
Glenn was a real thorough, by the book kind of guy.
Oh, yeah, I worked for my time.
Well, ex-Coast
I remember
Guard,
when
of
he-
course,
I remember when
retired
he
Coast
did.
Guard.
I mean, I'd be for it. It almost get to the point where you almost have to do that. There's so much growth coming in town and other issues and, you know.
The code's getting stricter.
Yeah.
You've got competent people who can put things in, which is great, and we didn't necessarily have as many as we do now.
Right.
Now it's harder to get them, you know, because there's so much work.
Yeah. That's it. Hard time.
Yeah, definitely something to think about.
I think so, yeah.
See who applies.
That's just it, too.
And John
So the
indicated that he would like to ease out of it, not necessarily just walk away.
Right.
Maybe we can work that out.
Somebody to handle the semantics, and somebody that, like you said, with a hard nose that could deal with the other side of it.
Well, we thought maybe he could concentrate on the LPI, the plumbing inspector portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which includes septic and all the plumbing.
Was part of the workshop email. I couldn't find it right away.
So, part-time, positions part-time has to be 800 hours, up to 800 hours a year. Other hours as necessary to meet demand for inspection. Oh, it says regular office hours in the Baldwin Community Center once a week, Friday 8 to 12, and then other hours as necessary to meet demand for inspections. Compensation is hourly and commensurate with qualifications. Travel reimbursement from the job sites paid. Paid training available to gain required state certification. That's it all.
Mm-hmm.
That breaks down to roughly 20 hours a week. And of course, 50 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 800 hours was up to what, the 9 or 10 month mark?
No, it was, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but what she gave me, what Deb gave me was, and I used it as 3/4.
Okay.
You know, about, slightly more, but.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty much says what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Post it.
Okay.
Well.
I guess no.
Okay. Good.
One is, we talked about a moratorium last time for medical marijuana production and manufacturing facilities. And we kind of talked about, I think, the 21st of November as a public hearing date. Just want to confirm that that's what we want to do. And if so, I'll draft up and put in the paper. The process is a public hearing, see what the public thinks. If the public supports it, and we go forward with it.
Okay.
But either way, we got to update our ordinances at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 6-month moratorium.
Yeah.
good.
All right, I move to hold a public hearing on the 21st at 6 o'clock.
Second.
All in favor? 21st of November?
Yeah. We also said that we were gonna have a town meeting on the 14th,
Fire ordinance?
the fire department wrote up,
Yeah.
and I will get through the paperwork, a pain in the butt.
Too bad we couldn't just have them all at once, get it over with.
Well, one is
I know, one's a public hearing and the other's a special town meeting, but if we grouped our public hearings together at the same time, then we could coordinate the special town meetings together at the same
You
time.
might get more people.
so we need a warrant. And we need the, return, we need the newspaper article. Okay.
Do we need a public hearing for Callista's Bridge naming?
Not yet.
Or do we just jump to a special town meeting, because she did the, petition?
Well, it depends on how we wanna go.
I was reading the bylaws and all that, and, we are supposed to call something within, I can't remember the time frame, but a reasonable amount of time after a signed petition. We are actually supposed to act on it in the state law.
So we don't drag our shoe on it.
Well, yeah, not that she's gonna like know that and turn us in or anything, but, I mean, I think her mindset is that it could actually be at the next town meeting. You know,
Yeah.
from what I listened from her, you know, she didn't signify a special town meeting, she said to get it on your
Yeah.
town meeting
Yeah.
curriculum.
No, I think, we'll get back up a bit. I don't think we have to have a public hearing if the selectmen vote to put a warrant article on a special town meeting. Because we can, on our own, propose warrant articles. And there was some problems with the petition, it didn't really, I don't know if you read the thing, it was
I
kind of
did.
weasel word, it
Right.
just
Yeah.
gave the intent of what she wanted to happen, but
Pretty
it didn't
good.
tell us, you know, she wants us to sign a letter to
She
so
wants
and
us
so.
to make it happen to us, yeah.
So, what I would propose to do is that, at our next special town meeting, we add it, the one after the, public hearing for, moratorium, that we add it as a warrant item.
Okay. Yeah.
So we don't get too balled up with the procedures.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to figure out, I guess, what it is we're gonna do.
Yeah. Is it, after the corner set and outside, she's from Cornish, is she even able to circulate that petition? You know, she's not all over
Yep.
that?
Yeah.
She is, okay.
And we went through the rules, we just need to be, a citizen of the state.
Okay.
And I think that the
Have to be a
reason.
registered voter, but not necessarily a bald one, I think.
Yeah.
And, so she did everything right in that regard. The only real funny thing was she didn't specifically state what she wanted done.
What the intent was.
Well, you know what the intent was, it stated, you know, to name the bridge. And, I I guess we should reach out to Cornish and see how they think. As a courtesy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the reason why that we requested the petition for the warrant and the article is they were getting so many of them from these little organizations asking for money, like charity organizations, so, I remember my father speaking of it, that they make them do it. So they kind of weeded out the ones that weren't very serious about it. They said, hey, can you put an article in to donate money for something or whatever? They'll get so many of them, they get flooded with it. I think, if I remember right, that's what it was, yeah.
Well, there's a town law, I think though, there's a state, is that what you were reading, the state?
Yeah.
Yeah, state law that says you need to respond to.
Right, for that part of it, yeah, but that's why they put it into a law, the rules to do that here.
So sometime towards the end of the year, or the first of May, is probably would be the next special meeting or so. Yeah. You know, very to accommodate, you know. Put it bluntly.
Yeah, well, we'll get it done.
Anything else?
I guess the generators, not supposed to the ballroom.
Go through the ball.
Oh, the last we heard, the guy was overseas.
Right, permanently or just for this week?
This was a couple weeks ago. Great.
And then, Robin, maybe you and I sometime this week can review the ARPA funding issue. At some point, we're gonna have to spend it. And it takes the town vote if we're gonna shift money from one to another. You know, we voted to use some of it to install a generator. That's not gonna happen. We need to put it somewhere else. We got money on there to fix a roof, we just can't seem to find where to do the work.
And now we need further patching with the black roof for the rocket.
Oh, we did that.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
put
that
Band-Aid on
is
it?
pretty good. Yeah. Like Band-Aid, basically, yeah, another Band-Aid.
So that's good for now.
Except for the issue we talked last week, when he was gone, and trees should disappear down on the end, and they'll lean it over, because they're swaying along, and that's gonna open it up eventually.
We did come up and look at that, Monday. And probably ought to take them all.
Not the oak,
What's that?
not the oak.
All of them along the building should be gone.
Well, yeah, but that big oak.
Yeah, the big oak, that's fine, that's on the other side.
I'm sure some of these maples is getting into the drain.
Yeah. Realistically, you probably ought to have someone professionally come in and remove them. It's kind of the thought process.
Yeah.
Someone-
Bring that backhoe down.
Well, you can.
Yeah, I cut them down if it's gonna take, like, you know, if we're gonna have some average, it costs just a couple grand, you know? Yeah, they're not that bad.
No,
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but,
just thinking after our little visit with the Department of Labor and
yeah.
I'm pretty good with no work injuries.
Yeah, so,
And she don't even want us working on her own equipment, so.
Derek Maynard's been taking trees, I mean, we gave from, the farm to the house over there, he's like, a huge ash tree away from us. He's collecting firewood. take them.
Yeah, that's fine.
He said I can cut him if he wants to take the wood and stuff, you know, I can,
We can bring the chipper up, that's not a big deal, we can chip the brush, but.
I'll see her call there.
Is he insured? Must be.
I don't know that he is.
oh,
The auto
He's
take
not in the business of.
no,
Wow.
Well,
His firewood?
think about taking that one on as well instead,
That spruce is bad.
Yeah.
that would really, not be good if it come down
I
on the
think
vehicle.
that one would probably have to be done by a professional.
Yeah.
Because you gotta drop it just right.
say if we do go that route, Chris Parker's the best guy to go with.
Yeah.
Who else would that go? Chris Parker? Yeah, he does work for a third of the price that you get somebody else to do it for, and he's been doing it for literally 40 years at least. And it makes me tired up there, you know, he'll climb that tree with a strap and a chainsaw, and it's just, I would recommend him
Yeah.
if we was gonna go with somebody that was insured and
Yeah. Right. Probably should be in case something happens.
yeah, you don't want somebody else, right.
Ends up, you know, dropping it the wrong way, landing on the roof.
And if he could just get it down and tear up more of the wood, cause it's the firewood business.
Yeah.
It'd be a win-win right there.
Why don't you see what he'll
Yeah, I gotta.
charge us to come cut the hardwoods down? I don't know if people use the spruce firewood. They don't do that.
People with outside boilers burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so, yeah.
Chris would probably take it if you wanted.
Yeah.
He's got
If
enough
you
stuff.
see what it charges to take
Give
it
it a
down.
little roll, take a look at it.
If you want to remove all of these trees along the back of this building?
It goes in first, he does that.
The one that you planted when it was little,
No. No.
I remember when those trees came.
I'm sure you do.
I just don't like the cut trees.
Yeah.
I just love that old tree.
I know they can be a nuisance, but
Yeah, from the opposite, I go through a lot of wood during the year, tree firewood and building materials.
I
Yeah.
burn wood too. I'm not that much of a tree hugger, but
I'll call Derek and see if he's still interested in getting some more. But I would think that he would be, good for, maple because it's, good firewood.
Good firewood.
and Steve, you mentioned that Chris might be interested in that too.
Yeah, I'm called into research before. I guess I didn't, you know, does he sell firewood?
Who's that?
Chris?
No, he was thinking that he would just take it to burn.
Yeah.
Like
If you
free
can't get
will.
rid of that spruce, I'm sure Chris will take that spruce.
He's got an outside fire.
Yeah, he comes and gets all my pine, so
Oh, yeah.
you don't really care what he burns.
Right.
I did a
Something like
boiler, he
that.
puts it in outside.
Something like that.
Just keep pushing it into the log until it's.
Big
Big 4-foot log, so
Mhm.
I cut him 8-foot length, come over on his truck, and off he goes.
Okay.
Anything else?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why didn't you give me these as agenda items? I would have put them on the agenda.
I just, thought of them when I came in.
Okay, that's a good answer.
And I had my notes from.
He saw the blank page, and we had to come up with something.
This is where I didn't make a phone call, no.
Yeah.
Well, there might have been something there, but it's gone now.
All right, remind us, will you? you have to meet, that's been changed, isn't it?
Yeah, the 19th, I think we changed it.
Yes, senior lunch is tomorrow at noon,
Yeah,
and then the comprehensive plan meeting is the 19th at 2 instead of 10, correct?
yeah,
Yes, that got moved.
show email. Code enforcement office is open, 8 AM till 12 PM Friday.
And Debbie talked to you, Jim, about not having a select board meeting on Halloween, correct?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that would be kinda busy that night.
Boy, that'd be really scary.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Dress up as really old guys.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a stretch, would it?
No, that is.
Do you know if there's any more people lined up for the trick or treat? Oh, yeah.
There's a few.
Is there?
Yep, we've got the auxiliary,
Yeah.
fire department is gonna have a truck. There's actually gonna be a food wagon where she's doing free donuts and, hot cider. And, Callista Cross is gonna be there.
Oh, really?
Yep, and my mom, Debbie wrote her.
Oh, really?
Next, she's happy to do it. So Deb's mom and my mom will do it. And then, the Methodist Church in Baldwin, the Baptist Church, North Baldwin will,
Oh, really?
is going to do it. Yep, so I think that's it.
What do they do?
They open up their trunks and I guess they decorate them. They may dress up themselves and then,
I am.
Excuse me?
I am.
yeah, and, give out candy. So it's just kind of a safer alternative than kids going from house to house out on busy streets and stuff,
Yeah,
right? I guess that's
Yeah.
the,
yeah. And especially, Baldwin, it's like, if we were so spread out, it's more
Yeah.
convenient.
so we kind of talked about the setup and thought that, if they were set up out back and use this door here to
Yeah.
go in and out, so it would eliminate kids running around the outside of the building and coming in,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So there's only, set up cones and stuff so that you can only go in and out one way
Yeah,
for safety.
yeah. Really, I'm gonna check if there's any outlets out there.
Debbie's already ahead of you. She's gonna run the, extension cord through the kitchen window for the food truck.
Oh, glad.
If that's what you were getting at, or did you have some sort of a blow-up item or something you needed to plug in?
No.
Stevie, stop it.
Well, I don't know what my wife plans for decorations, I was thinking, yeah, in case we needed it. If not, I'd bring a generator to the back of my truck and kind of go on the other side.
She was just worried about rain, but I
Yeah.
suggested that, should it rain, I mean, you can't do anything about the food truck, park them close to the building, I suppose, but maybe they could set up tables in the cafeteria
Yeah.
and kind of you could decorate the tables a little bit,
Right, yeah.
so it wouldn't be, lost.
I was gonna have a stereo, hook up music to, have music up.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
You gonna sing?
Just music. Halloween music.
Sounds like a blast.
You got anything, Dale?
No.
Joe?
Yeah, I wonder when you guys are gonna fix the date for the regular town meeting. I know it looks like a long way off, but, family plans and
Oh, man.
that sort of thing, get done 6, 7, 8 months ahead of time, and, I might be able to influence it to be on one weekend or another to travel, and I'd rather be at the town meeting.
Yeah.
We always knew it was the second Saturday in March.
Yeah.
That was like, for 100 years or more. And, so I wondered if you guys could think about doing that same sort of thing, declaring a particular day, so I could make plans 5 years from now.
Yeah, you know what day it's gonna be on, yeah?
Yep.
Well,
Bring it up now when there's no pressure.
yeah. This year, we had to be put up some, because we missed the papers out in time, so we had to. Yeah. Sure we'll do that.
Thank you, I'd appreciate it.
I'm sure you're not the only one that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it may be that the glitch that happened this last year might have been avoided if we knew
Exactly.
everything ahead of time.
Right.
You'd be able to space things out properly and whatever.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Kathy? No.
Doing all right, got some phone calls in to get some of the work done at the library. We'll see who comes through.
Mary, you got it?
No, I don't, thank you for asking.
Stevie?
Well, for starters, Steve Sanders texted me and he needs to request an executive session for personal matters.
Oh.
He's on his way. I don't know, you know when he's supposed to be here?
You should be here in like 10 minutes.
So,
Hi.
I don't know if, we can get that on the books for him. And Chris should be here shortly, so I don't wanna speak out of turn, but I can, kinda give you a few updates. We got a guy, Scott Chamberlain, I believe is his name, that is coming to look at the grader. He's supposed to be here this week. Hopefully to track down the hydraulic problem. Could be that pump, could be a stuck valve, I don't know. But, so we have that. Jimmy was made aware earlier that the 21 International is down in Saco. It's been there for a little while for the rear end problem. We just got notification about there's no rear end for it. They don't, so they contacted the manufacturer to see if they can get one made. So we don't know how long it's gonna be. The rear end, yeah.
Is it the gears, or is it the whole,
No, it's the house.
everything?
So what's happening is some reason the rear end's twisting, and they don't know why. They haven't figured out why it's moving. The U-bolts are supposed to be torqued at 300 pounds, and we've been torquing them to 350 to make sure that they hold. And they're set at 350, so they're not loose. But they have worn the center pin out of the housing, and the U-bolts the rear end shifted so much that the U-bolts have started eroding away the rear end housing. So hopefully, when they get the rear end, when and if, phone calls are made at some critical, well, there you go, you can see, some critical
equipment down.
Yeah, order. So, and the 09's rear end has been ordered.
Is in.
It's in. You can take off.
Okay.
Talk about the grader and the 21, 09.
Okay. Yeah, so the 09 International rear end came in today. It'll be going over to Libby's garage next week. We've been doing a bunch of ditch work, did some culverts. We're hopefully gonna be doing Bowie Road as soon as Dig Safe gets over there to do it. Apparently they're just waiting till the last hour to do it. We'll replace that culvert and whatnot. Saddleback upgraded, which I think I said last week. Grader, I don't remember what else is on the list.
The road to be done in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. will get graded shortly.
You do with the contract?
It'll depend on what Scott says when he comes out about the grader. If Scott can get the grader back up and going relatively quick, we'll go over and do it, and if not, we'll have to have Kyle or whatever do it. Roads, trucks, snow's coming, I can't put up salt sand. Can't pave, because I can't haul enough up top. Yeah. And we'll see what happens with the trucks, on whether we're gonna be able to do the culvert on Douglas Hill or not. My biggest concern is that with the two little trucks, it'll take us too long to get it. We'll be all day trying to get it done and filled in and whatnot, so. We'll see what happens with the big trucks next week, and whether we have to do the culvert on Douglas Hill, or whether we have to see about hiring a truck on for a day or whatever to do it, or whatever we're gonna do, so. Yeah. What else is on the list? Yeah. Did we have a paving bid?
No?
Okay.
Too late.
Okay. I guess we have to put it back up there, I guess. Right? Wasn't it due tonight? Today? 17th? I think it was 17th at 4. Okay. So, you wanna try for another 2 weeks on that? And I'll reach out again to everyone, I guess?
If you want, yeah.
Well, we kind of had something paved. I'd like to get something on the books for next year.
So, had you reached out to anybody?
I sent them all an email, but maybe I gotta email them and call them and tell them to look for it.
Maybe that, instead of, because we put the ad out, we did our part. You've got the contacts, maybe it's just a matter
Yeah,
of,
I guess I'll call them this time and send the email out too. I shouldn't have to track down people, but,
do you want to put the ad in again, or just have him?
or just open
Do
bids
that.
and see what we get for next
Well,
week.
shouldn't pave, if it gets too cold.
Well, no, it was more or less for next year's paving. It was gonna be for springtime paving.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, I figured they weren't gonna get to it this year. I mean, if they got to it this year, great, but I figured it wouldn't get done this year. I figured it was gonna be a springtime paving. That's why I was trying to get a jump on it and get it on the books. Because if you put it out in the fall for springtime, chances are you're gonna get a lot better price, because they're looking to book for next year already. So they'll, oh, yeah, we can do that. That's a great springtime job, you know? So, that was my intentions. I figured I wasn't gonna get much done paving for this year. I mean, if they have time, great. If we get a nice warm December, who knows, but, yeah. But,
Okay.
and hopefully we can get a big truck back so we can pave some of these culvert crossings in that we are done, because we gotta get them paved before winter, but I'm not seeing it happening right up, unfortunately. So we have to figure out something. We'll see where we're at in 2 weeks, and we may have to make a judgment call on something else to get them paved back in, but.
Maybe we should, think about what happens if we don't get the 21 truck back in time for winter snow removal.
Yeah, 'cause we ain't gonna get the truck by then.
The, options is that we can talk to like Howard and see what the Sterling would need to take a sticker again. I know it's gonna need some work, some serious work. So that's an option, or we have the option of looking for another used truck. Something cheap and for another spare truck. That's kind of where we're at. Unfortunately, I'm hoping I'll have better answers in a couple days, and see what happens. I did get an update on the new truck. It's, what was the word they used? In lineup.
Inline set.
Yeah, inline set, to be built on 10/31. I don't know if that's when it's gonna be assembled, don't know if that's when it's gonna be finished, but as of right now, we have no timeline on it. I mean, I'm guessing we're still looking at March or April. for the new truck, so. I mean, miracles happen and whatnot, but that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, maybe you want to talk to Howard.
We could have snow any day.
Yes,
We talked about that today, it was a
Yeah.
blizzard, like 7 years ago.
9
about
days.
this time.
It was 9 days ago, or 9 days,
9 years ago.
and 9 days from now is when they had the blizzard. Kyle thinks it was about 6 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I flew in and, I was flying out of Portland, so I stayed at the Jetport the night before. It was October.
we sent,
Yeah.
that's the first year.
So, yeah. So we'll check to see what the Sterling needs to take a sticker, and we can go from there.
The frame's gonna be the biggest problem.
Yeah.
The what?
The frame, the frame's in rough shape, so we'll see. So,
We got some steel I-beams we can cut up.
I'll drop the whole truck right off of your house, Bob, you can grab that and start helping it work it.
I was gonna offer you to take this, it's an old, trailer my dad built, but I think it was made out of, I don't know what. That's really hefty I-beams. Here's the, oh, bulldozer on.
Big.
Hey! So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, we're just trying to plug it away and getting stuff done, and
If worse come to worse though, could you contract it out or whatever?
you could, I don't know who's gonna plow it though, because, the one contractor that has, well, I mean, I guess there's a few other contractors too, but the one that's got local that doesn't have a contract just picked up a new contract, so.
Well, time is it like?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Or the trucks,
Right.
so. Unless Brent's putting a bunch of plow gear on big trucks.
No, thank you. I'll answer for him.
It'd still be 6 months waiting for the plow gear, so.
Yeah.
So now what's in it? So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Everybody has to get a plow blade for their trucks now.
Yes, we're gonna start
Yeah,
mounting
yeah.
plow blades on the fire trucks.
How about chains
On
on
fire
tires?
Oh, I didn't say
Maybe to get the grader going.
Well, I told Stevie, I said, it's gonna be a long winter plowing in the loader and the backhoe. Wouldn't be the first.
Chad's got a new truck.
You can't keep it on the flying ground.
I'll go to Chad. Chad, you got anything?
No, I went down this morning down the beach.
Yeah.
That thing's all been spun up down there and everything.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, yeah?
Thank you, appreciate it. Been a little bit. Yeah, good news. We got a bunch of the long-awaited turnout gear that BLS required us to get, for Crawford, Thorne, and WG Farrington. It looks good. It's one of those large investments that we have to have to keep not only our people alive, but also not then get fined for it, for not having it. So spend money to save money. And I have still yet to receive an email from BLS with whatever remedies that we need to make. So
Really?
that's a good thing because we've made a lot of them already. Most of them were paperwork, primarily. There's like 2 or 3 things that need to go into the station that are like GFCI outlets. They're pretty easy to install, something that we can totally handle. But it actually, I've heard some rumblings that we will not be getting re-inspected. Actually, they just want paperwork that shows that we've made our remedies. So it's a very good thing. So things are turning out pretty good. Other than that, looks like we have pretty big calls to do work over there. But yeah, that's really it.
Okay. You said something about wanting to go in executive session?
I do, yes, yeah. I just like to catch up with the guys pretty quick. It's not the best, don't worry. Don't let me make you guys sweat. Just want to give you an update. I know I've been absent for a little bit, so I just want to give you guys some quick updates regarding work we do here.
Okay,
Yeah, nothing bad.
okay. You made me nervous.
No, I'm sure, and I apologize, I couldn't answer it myself. If I had my chief's email on my phone, I gotta work on that a little bit. I would've just honestly sent you an email last night.
Fine.
Yeah, but I felt a little out of place sending it from my personal email, so try to be a professional around here, you know? Try.
All right, what about your wife, you got anything?
I'm good.
How do you,
I thought we were doing the ordinance, so I'll be back for that.
That is what date, sorry for asking.
14th of November.
14th of November, oh, excellent, okay. That's good.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
all right, I move we go to an executive session, I don't know what the number is, for personnel matters.
Second.